Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Babagbagede Imo TV. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. Kidnappers. Osun government tells residents to be security conscious. Amotekun arrests 11 notorious cultists in Ogun. Nigerian policeman hoodlum killed as gunmen attacked checkpoint in Ebonyi. We are being made love with by herdsmen in our community, Rivers women. One dead as police Okada riders clash in Lagos. Security agencies arrest 7 suspected kidnappers in Kaduna community. And on sports, Falconet beats Canada 3-1, face Holland in quarterfinal. Now the news in detail. The Osun state government has alerted residents in the state to be security conscious following reports of attacks by suspected kidnappers disguised as commercial transporters. The Commissioner for Information and Civic Orientation, Mrs. Funke Egbemode, on Wednesday in Osogbo said that the government had got intelligence report that kidnappers were using commercial transport to abduct residents. The government, through its intelligence reports, is aware of the infiltration of the ranks of commercial transport operators in the state by some criminal elements who are now attempting to arm suspecting and unsuspecting citizens using motorcycles and minibuses, Korope especially. The video of a young lady making the round who was fortunate to escape the plot confirms the reports. We are therefore calling on residents of the states to be more security conscious as they move around the state and especially avoid motorcycles, minibuses, or buses without registration numbers. To the next story, operatives of the Ogun State Security Network Amotekun have arrested no fewer than 11 notorious cultists of both Aye and Eye cult groups in some parts of the states. The suspects were said to be involved in court clashes leading to the death of a number of people in Shagamu, Ijebu-Ode, and Ijebu-Igbo. The Amotekun commander in the state, David Akiremi, disclosed these on Tuesday in a statement in Abeokuta, the state's capital. He said the men were also involved in robbery activities while dealing with illicit drugs like tramadol, SK, loud ice, etc., including weed suspected to be the Indian hemp. Kiremi said it will be recalled that our major towns have in recent times witnessed all forms of cult-related killings, against terrorism, and disturbance of peace and disturbance of the public. However, the Amotekun Corps is taking the war to their doorsteps with a view to checkmating activities of criminal elements disturbing the peace of the people in the states. Still on insecurity, gunmen have caused commotion in Ebonyi State, killing a policeman. There was confusion in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital, on Wednesday evening, as the gunmen reportedly overran a police checkpoint and killed one officer. Several reporters gathered that the incident happened at the G. Hostel Junction near the popular Presco Junction in Abakaliki. One of the hoodlums was also reportedly killed by some policemen who engaged them in a gun duel. A source told Sahara reporters that the hoodlum number 3 stormed the checkpoint with motorcycles, and when they were stopped by operatives manning the checkpoint, they immediately opened fire, killing an officer. They also injured 3 other policemen. Unfortunately for the hoodlums, one of them was also gunned down during a shootout with the operatives. Thank God for the timely backup from the mobile police force, otherwise the hoodlums would have finished the corpse at the checkpoint. The 2 others were able to escape. The State Police Command has confirmed the incident but said that they were still gathering information on the attack. At the time of reporting, the command spokesman, Chris Anyang, was yet to release any statements. Still on community issues concerning insecurity. Some women from Eveku community in Emohua, local government area of River State, on Wednesday staged a protest to the Rumuji Police Division to demand urgent intervention over the activities of herdsmen in their community. The women, who carried placards with different inscriptions, had first marched to the Rumuji Police Station before returning to the palace of the paramount ruler to complain about how cows have destroyed their crops, leaving them and their families with hunger. The community's women leader, Joy Obisike, called on the local government chairman, Governor Nyesom Wike, and President Muhammadu Buhari, as well as security agencies, to prevail on the herdsmen to steer clear from their farmland. The women threatened to deploy other means that will ensure the safety of their crops and safety of their lives. Another woman leader in Ebeko community, Salome Amakawo, alleged that their lives were being threatened on a daily basis by the herdsmen who use guns and dangerous weapons, and that their women were being made love with at gunpoint. She said the revenue from the crops is what they use to train their children in school. The protesters called for urgent intervention by government at all levels and security agencies to save them from the looming hunger and crisis. A police personnel at the Rumuji police station who addressed the protesters advised them to take their complaint to the local government's council secretariat for urgent intervention. From that story, we'll go to another story from the national news from Lagos. One person has been confirmed dead as the police clashed with the motorcycle riders in Okoba area of Lagos State. The police public relations officer of the state, SP Benjamin Udein, confirming the death, said the riders violently attacked the police officers on Abule Bridge after an accident involving a car and a motorcycle. Udein said, "We are fully aware of the disturbances in Okoba area of Lagos State. Our officers have been deployed. Situation has been brought under control. Further details will be provided later." After a minor accident involving a car and a motorcycle occurred on the Abule Bridge at about 4 p.m. Tuesday, motorcycle riders in their numbers started fomenting trouble. Police arrived on the scene to quell the unrest. The riders violently attacked the police, resulting in the death of one of the riders. He, however, noted that peace had been restored to the area and the officers were in the area to forestall any breakdown of law and order. Normalcy has been restored to the area. The DPO Okoba and his men are on ground to forestall any breakdown of law and order, Udein said. Moving on to the next story. The Kaduna State government on Thursday confirmed that security agencies have arrested some suspected 7 members in Marili local government community of Lere community in Kaduna State. Samuel Arua, Commissioner, Ministry of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Kaduna State, in a statement identified the suspect as Musa Adamu, Abdullahi Osman, Suleiman Asidu, Osman Jabril, Seidu Isa, Hassan Abdul Amin, Idris Sani. He said the arrest of the suspects became possible because of the sustained intelligence gathering. According to him, one Ajia Bilkisu, a suspected anchor police who had been housing the arrested persons, was unfortunately linked by members of the community as she tried to escape. The statement commended the troops for their prompt action on credible intelligence gathered. It urged security agencies to ensure a thorough investigation of the suspects, just as the state government appealed to citizens to avoid all forms of jungle justice and to give security agencies the needed operation and cooperation to work in line with the dictate of the law. From that story, we'll go to the sports story, which ends the national news this hour. Nigeria's under-20 girls Falconet set a World Cup group stage perfect record for themselves after beating Canada 3-1 in Alajuela on Thursday morning to finish with a perfect 9 points out of 9 in Group C. Head coach Chris Musa said before the encounter that his girls would seek to win even as a quarterfinal ticket was already in the bag in order to sustain their winning mentality following hard-fought victories over France and Korea Republic. That was exactly what the Falconet did. Africa's best team conceded their first goal of the competition in an accidental manner following goalkeeper Omini Oyonu's poor management of a back pass from Jumoke Alani that granted Carla Novak a fortuitous goal in less than 2 minutes. It was great for us to come back from this setback and also conceded first in the tournament. We showed character and spirit, and that we would be huge for us going forward in the competition, Musa said after the match. Midfield impressio Esther Oyenezide, whose victorious calling short and all 3 points against Korea Republic to send the Falconet into the last 8 on Monday morning, scored from the penalty spot in the 24th minute to put the Falconet level. Defender Maya Pante had handled the ball from a Blessing Okwe shot in the box. The Falconet looked composed and sure-footed in the middle with the return of Deborah Abiodun, who sat out on the counter with Koreans, and Chiamaka Okuchukwu also played an inspired game after starting for the first time in the tournament. A famed header from a Blessing Okwe cross in the 15th minute missed narrowly. Onyenezide shot Nigeria ahead also from the spot in the 32nd minute after Simi Awudo's dangerous play against Messi Idoko, as the latter went for a header from Rafiat Imura's in-swinger was penalized. In the added time of the first period, Idoko came close to scoring our first goal of the tournament, but our touch from another Imoran swinger kissed the upright. In the second half, the Falconet added pace and brilliant use of pace to their game, and it was no surprise when Umana, again with a vicious cross, set up substitute Chioma Olise for Nigeria's third goal. The Imperial campaign in the group stage ends the Falconet a quarter-final date with the Netherlands at Alajuela from 1 a.m. on Monday Nigerian time. That concludes the national news from BGI TV. Before we go, some major headlines. Kidnappers. Osun government tells residents to be security conscious. Amotekun arrests 11 notorious cultists in Ogun. We also brought to you Nigerian policemen hoodlum killed as gunmen attack checkpoint in Eboyi. And lastly, on sports, Falconet beats Canada 3-1, face Holland in quarterfinal. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is Babagide Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our updates. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22 for advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and function. Please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. Good afternoon.